welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I have been looking forward to for quite a while now. So if you guys follow me over on Instagram, it's at the Simplistic Home. I'll go ahead and leave my handle linked right here. But anyway, I left a poll for you guys probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now, asking if you guys would be interested in seeing a thrift haul and just like a how I decorate on a budget type of video, and just about everybody voted yes. So that is what today's video is. So before I jump into it, first I just want to say thank you so much for being here and watching today. Seems like I have a lot of new subscribers now, so I'm so thankful that you guys are here watching my videos. And I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. So my name's Nicole, and this is the Simplistic Home. So if you are new to my channel, like I said, I will be sharing all types of just budget-friendly home decor hacks and home tours and just grocery hauls and all of those good things. Kind of like a lifestyle channel, but all based around simplicity and just simple ways to do things as a homemaker. So if that sounds good to you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are new and watching this video. But anyway, yeah, so today's video is a thrift with me, and like I said, I'm also going to be incorporating how I budget for decorating, whether that be seasonally or just in general. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that and give you the ins and outs and just how I go about doing my shopping. So this stuff is right up my alley, and I am such a thrifter and bargain hunter. Sometimes it is a great thing, and sometimes it's probably like, okay, quit being so cheap. But hey, when you're trying to find the best deal, who cares, right? So anyway, towards the end of this video, I am going to be taking you guys along with me to 3 different thrift stores and just show you guys some items that I think that you guys might like, and just things that you would be able to find in thrift stores. And I see these items like all the time. It seems like I go thrifting, gosh, at least once or twice a week, and it's hit and miss. So it's kind of, some days I find everything and some days I leave empty-handed, which is totally fine. But that's part of the thrifting process, is just being super consistent with going. So if you go once and you didn't find anything, do not get discouraged, keep going. I promise you will find something that you will love. And I also, towards the end of this video, am going to be taking you guys around my home and just showing you a few pieces that I have thrifted, or they are secondhand items or clearance items and just things of that sort, and just showing you how I style them, just to give you kind of an idea and some inspiration. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into these tips and tricks. Okay, so like I said, the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was about thrifting. So like I said, please stay consistent when it comes to thrifting. Do not give up. There are thrift stores just about everywhere. There's also like vintage and antique stores. Sometimes those can be a little pricey. It kind of just depends. I do have one local to me that I go to pretty frequently, and prices seem to vary, but overall you can find a wide variety of items and prices, so don't forget to check those out. But thrift stores that I have close to me, so I do have a Goodwill, which seem to be pretty popular. Goodwills are always hit and miss as well, like I said, just about any thrift store is. But I will say one thing that I have noticed about Goodwill compared to other thrift stores that I have around me anyway, is that it seems to, as far as clothing goes, so I do thrift my clothes as well. I guess I should mention that most of my clothes are thrifted. This t-shirt I have on is thrifted. That's just how I roll. But anyway, it seems like the Goodwill always has out like every season of clothing items. So like right now I am currently on the hunt for some sweaters and cardigans and things of that sort, and the Goodwill is always a good place for me to go. That's where I suggest going to my friends and family that live around me, just because we have the same places, you know, that we can reach. So anyway, that is one thing that I do like about the Goodwill, but I have noticed that they have raised their prices a little bit compared to some other thrift stores around me. So keep that in mind too. Even though they are at a discounted price, you might be able to find them even cheaper. If you are thrifting home decor items, especially like seasonal items, so you know, right now we are approaching fall. Fall decor is out in most department stores and whatnot, but they also have them in thrift stores as well. So it seems like with the seasonal decor, when it comes to thrift stores, they don't have those out until each season hits. So like right now I am waiting on fall decor to come out and hit the thrift stores, and then, you know, Christmas will come after that, and so on and so forth. So don't forget to check those things out. But I am a huge fan of purchasing items that I know, number one, that I will get good use out of, number two, that will go with my home. I pretty much never purchase anything if I'm like iffy about it, if I'm actually going to use it, if I'm going to like it. Don't waste your money if you don't think you're going to like an item or use it. It might be like so cute, or you might think that you might use it one day. If you have any just second guesses at all, don't buy it. Save your money, look for the pieces that you know you are on the hunt for. Go in with the purpose, otherwise you will be in there for hours and hours and hours. Especially, like, this is what happens to me every time I go to the Goodwill. So I tell people that all the time. If you are looking just to browse, give yourself time, because that's when you can find all the items. But if you are going in there just expecting to see something that you like immediately, more than likely it's not going to happen like that, or at least that's just how it works for me, and in my opinion anyway. So give yourself some time, and like I said, stay consistent. I can't say that enough. Stay consistent when it comes to thrifting. Okay, the next thing I wanted to mention are shopping secondhand items. So you can do this at yard sales, you can do this like with friends and family. I know me and my mom, it seems like we kind of swap decor a lot. Friends, you know, I've heard of people doing that even with clothing. They'll get together with their closest girlfriends or their sisters or whoever, and just everyone brings everything that they are wanting to get rid of, and you kind of just shop each other's closets, if you will. So I love doing this. I think it is so fun, especially when it comes to home decor. I sell home decor a lot, just stuff that I know I'm not gonna love or not gonna use. Like I said, don't keep anything or don't buy anything that you don't love. And I will sell it. I have a little Instagram page that I just keep locally, so I just sell, like I said, I sell locally. So if there's something in my home that I don't want, I will post it on there. I do fairly well selling on there, so it's kind of cool. But just shop secondhand. You never know. There's Facebook Marketplace, like I mentioned earlier. There's yard sales. There's Craigslist, like all types of things. So that would be considered secondhand, and I'm all about it. There are so many items in my home that are secondhand, and I will show you some of those later as well. Okay, so getting into my last point, which is shopping clearance. So I do this all the time. This is one thing that I suggest doing is know where the clearance sections are in your favorite stores. So I shop at Target a lot. I shop at Home Goods. I shop at TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, all of those like just typical department stores that most people shop at, Kirkland's. Also clothing stores, so like Old Navy and places like that. I know where their clearance section is, and I hit it up every single time. Like, it never fails, and there are so many items that I want for my home, and I end up finding them in the clearance because I kind of just wait out long enough, especially when it comes to seasonal decor. So right now, we are ending the summer months, so most summer decor and summer clothing items will be on like super sale here really soon. So that is the time to, especially for like yourself or your husband or whomever, it's easier to shop those sections for adults, I think, unless you kind of have an idea of what sizes your kids will be in. So I know for me, I have a 2-year-old, and he's kind of in that age where he's just growing, constantly, and you can't really like keep up or know ahead of time what size that they will be in. Thankfully, so far, Jack is pretty consistent as far as sizes go, but that's just what I do. So I can shop the summer clothing for next spring and summer, and then by the time spring and summer rolls around, he has a full wardrobe already, but I only paid like $2 per item compared to like the $10 what would be like a regular kids priced item, so things like that. So definitely shop the clearance. The same way with home decor. So like right now, for example, Hobby Lobby has their whole entire spring shop line. I think it just went 75% off. It was recently 66% off. But if you know that you wanted something this spring to decorate your home with, or whatever the case may be, but you didn't end up wanting to spend that money on it, now is the time to go to see if they have it, because you can get those items dirt cheap. And again, once the next season rolls around and it's time to use that decor again, you will already have that on hand, brand new. You just paid a fraction of the cost. Okay, so there was one other thing I forgot to mention to you guys, and it was in the thrifting category. So I love ThredUp. So So if you've never heard of that, it is like an online thrift store essentially for clothing items. So it's women's clothing, they have maternity clothes, they do have kids clothes, but I always get on there and shop for myself. That's where I like to get most of my clothing if it's not, you know, already purchased at the thrift store. So they just have more variety on there, I think, but you can narrow it down to every like size, brand, anything, color of clothing, all of that. And I actually did a video at the very beginning of the year on a ThredUp haul, so I will leave that video linked down below so you guys can kind of get an idea of items that they have. So they have higher end items. They also have like your typical, like you can get Walmart, you can get Target, you can literally find any brand you can think of clothing on there. And again, it is at a fraction of the cost. They even have shoes on there and all of that. So I have been looking on there recently because I'm on the hunt for some new fall clothes for myself. And I have been getting on there, gosh, just about every day, honestly, just looking at different things. But because I am pregnant currently, it's kind of hard for me to tell exactly what I will want to wear at that point after I have the baby. But anyway, definitely wanted to mention ThredUp to you guys. I love that site. And again, when it comes to thrifting, you have to take your time. So don't get on there expecting to find something right away. Use the filters, be able to search the brands that you want. I know one of my favorite brands to shop is Universal Thread. They carry that at Target, but I love their clothing because it's all very neutral, it's all very trendy, and I just love that stuff. So anyway, I will always get on there, and most of the stuff, you know, is either in season currently because somebody has purchased it, but maybe they don't want it anymore, so they'll put it on ThredUp to sell. Or there's stuff from last season, but it's still like newer items, you know. And it'll give you the description of the clothing, so it'll tell you if it's in excellent condition, it'll tell you if it's worn, it'll tell you like if it has tags on it still, so it's brand new and has never been worn, all of those good details. So definitely check that out. And like I said, I will have my video from the beginning of the year linked down below so you guys can get an idea of what you can find. Okay, so now that I have given just about any tip and trick that I can think of when it comes to shopping for home decor and clothing and things of that sort, but shopping on a budget and keeping it budget friendly, I am now going to take you guys thrifting with me. So I went to the Goodwill, I went to one of my very favorite thrift stores that is local to me, and then I also went to like a vintage antique shop that is here in my hometown. So I'm going to show you guys all of the items that I found, like I said, that I think you guys will like. I will mention the prices of them if I can remember all of them. Some of them I do end up showing the tag. But anyway, yeah, and then stay tuned because after that I will be showing you items that I have in my home. So let's go ahead and go thrifting. Okay, you guys, now that we have been thrifting, I'm going to show you guys a few things in my home that I have. They're thrifted items and they're also clearance and secondhand, so I will give you the price of them and then also where I found them. So this rolling pin here was $2 at the thrift store. That is the thrift store that I showed you guys recently in this video. And then our accent wall here, if you're ever wondering where this bench came from, it is actually a yard sale find. So I paid $30 for it and it does have storage in the bottom, so awesome find. Moving on into our bathroom, so this little canister here that holds our Q-tips was $4, again at a thrift store. Moving along into our living room, so this is a shelf that sits above our couch, and the main focus here is this pitcher. So I found it at Hobby Lobby in the clearance section. I think it was originally like $30-something and I paid $7 for it. And I also, fun fact, thrift my blankets. This one in particular is not thrifted. It was a clearance at Home Goods. It was originally like $60 and I paid $19 for it. It's a queen size, so it's really big. And this was a thrifted blanket for $4 from the Goodwill. Moving on into our dining room, so our dining room chairs were not clearance items, but I did purchase them on Amazon at a fraction of the cost. So most of the time these chairs run around $90 to $100 each, and we found them for $40, so can't beat that. And also, this was purchased last year at the end of summer, this palm leaf here. So found this in the clearance at Target. It was originally like $25 and I found it for $7. And then our bar stools were $30 a piece from Aldi. Again, not a clearance find, but we did get them at a fraction of the cost compared to most sites. This wooden fruit bowl here, if you're ever wondering where it came from, was a yard sale find for 50 cents. And last but not least, this little canister for $2.50. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have to show today. If you enjoyed these videos, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.